right, and we're back. So I've got both these assembled and lubricated. I've had to go through a bunch, and I mean a bunch, of trial and error, file and fit, rattling around with these so that I can make them run. Yeah, these haven't been running a long time. So we're going to test our first power torque. And if I do this right, we've got our rail power 1300. Power on. Power on. Okay, maybe I don't have these hooked up yet. Alright, let's try this again. Okay, it's not going to work with the wires. Alright, well, that comes to more troubleshooting, I suppose. Okay, I just had you working for the dress rehearsal. Alright, 65. And I've got wires everywhere. There we go. Well, we got power. Ooh, and it's slow. Yeah, I got that set at 55. Let's try 45. Ooh, Sparky! Alright, so these magnets are pretty powerful because it's taking a lot of... There we go. So this actually rolls up at about half throttle. Now we'll try the other one. Same thing, rolls at half throttle. That's nice. That is nice. Alright, so we have our power torques rebuilt, set up. The next step will be to double these up. So let's take a look at our ICG locomotive here. Let's zoom back because this is a big train. A big train. All right. First of all, my model, I've got some chipped paint. I've ordered some ICG orange. That'll hopefully match up, because one of the things I found out about Tyco locomotives is the paint doesn't match anything. Now this one does have handrails, which is a nice addition. Most of the Tyco sets did not come with handrails. Handrails were sold separately. And why were handrails sold separately? Because Consolidated Foods wanted to make every dime they could out of these things. Let me get my... Now, I am judging by the amount of screws under the Vampire trucks, this might be a first generation power torque. We're going to find out here as I grab my screwdrivers. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the screws. Now the screws are telling me one thing. This might be a very first generation 630, which would be very difficult since these came out in the later 80s. And we take out the motors, which we just simply pry apart. If we could pry them apart, come on. There's one. And wow, there we go. There's the other one. Okay. Wow, that headlight mount just broke right off. Well, I'm going to replace it with an LED anyway, because that's just how I am. And this is most definitely one of Tyco's earliest first generation power torques. And how I can tell, let me get my second generation out. Okay, this was riveted in, okay, versus these being clip-ins. We can also tell by the single screw underneath the Vampire trucks, which are loose as a goose. No vent, no oil holes. $5 says this thing is fried beyond comparison. We're going to just give it a test run here. So we'll put this up and under. I will set this at 50%. I will, 75%. Wow. This thing is cooked. Full throttle. Yeah, this one's pretty well cooked. So we'll go ahead and we'll continue the disassembly. This one here is literally going to become a parts source for any other future power torques I decide to do. Yeah. Let's just try one more thing here. I'm curious. I'm very curious. Okay, we'll go back up to 75%. We'll just do it directly. Yeah, this thing's not doing hardly anything. Yeah, this became a part source. Wow, I kind of expected when I saw this that it was going to be a first generation, but I didn't believe it. Ooh, yeah, I got crappy grease and everything else on here, and of course the famous Tyco byproduct, carpet fibers. So yeah, this one's definitely going to become a part source, but we are obviously going to save the Vampire trucks. For this one, we're going to remove all the clips. We're going to save the screws. Yeah, this will clip in nice and well. The other thing I've got to get, I've found the other spring. I got to figure out where that one went for the bolster. I mean, this is a masterpiece. So yeah, this is the earliest power torque I've ever had to do. Oh, everything there went flying off. Oh wow. Okay. So as we can see from this motor, yeah, this commutator is like crap. One of the other differences you can see here between the first and second generation, these magnets are literally just dropped in. This is shaped in. Now, I'm going to keep the block. I'm going to keep the gears. I don't know if I want to keep this or not and just make some vent holes, but I might keep that too. But this primarily is now a parts. Wow, this thing was run like crazy. I don't think anybody can see this, but even these brushes are messed up. So this might be good for another Tyco upgrade video for the power torque, breathing life into first generations. I don't know, but yeah, wow, this is an archaeological dig for sure. It's really neat to see this. So we're going to double check and make sure the Vampire trucks can snap right in, and it would also help if I took these off. So we're going to do that as soon as I grab the right screwdriver. Yep. I love magnets. I already have one of these set up, 4-3 axle. Wow. This is a mind blower. These Vampire trucks are going to need to be heavily modified. Yeah, because if you see here on this first generation versus the second generation, they ran one screw in and they ran some clips in. The screw holes on the second generation don't even line up. Now it lines up, but it doesn't line up with clips. So this one's going to require some heavy modification in order to make it work. And let's focus on the wheels for a minute. One of the other things that they tried to help out with Tyco was traction tires. I've got some Calumet super traction tires coming in the mail, because yeah, I forgot about this. But Yeah, wow. This is an archaeological dig right here. I mean, I'm playing with a 1982 ICG that was basically part of a first generation build, which probably had the old River Rossi drives in there, which is fascinating. Fascinating. One of the other things I am noticing here too is the coupler pockets are snapped in. So I'm going to have to find one, because this is going strictly Tyco. No body mounted couplers, no filling in the front, none of that. This is going to be as Tyco as possible. So this one will actually take 15 radius curves. So we will get some traction tires put on these. We will modify these trucks in order for them to fit, which practically means I'm going to watch everything fall out. Which practically means I've got to remove one clip, or I've got to remove these clips here and here in order to make this screw in and fit. So this is going to be a fun little project. Addition to the double power torque project. Alrighty folks, and we are back after a short hiatus due to the miracle of time. Found out that the first generation Vampire trucks will not fit, no matter what you do, into a second, third, or fourth generation power torque. I mean, I've tried everything. So I got lucky. I got on eBay. I got some newer Vampire trucks, which, if I can put them on correctly, yes, these will fit. So now we can go ahead and we can mount our wheels. And I also got some traction tires. These are the Calumet Super Traction tires. They come in two versions. One is for the steamers and one is for the diesels, and I didn't know that when I ordered it because I was in a mad panic. So these might actually be wider. I'm not sure. But yeah, the traction tires on all these wheels are like, ugh. So we're going to go ahead and we will see. And it looks like these will fit. So, with that being said, I'll grab my little itty bitty screwdriver here. We're going to do a test. We're going to pop up. Wow. Yeah. Ooh. This thing is like hard as a rock. So we will get the new traction tires put on. All right, yes, yay. There we go. Two, blah, All right. And 3. Alrighty then. Now the next part is how we're going to wire these. And I think I've got wire thin enough how I believe it goes is, let's use a smaller tool instead of the big old finger. This negative end here, this negative end here. I think that's how it's supposed to go. So let me find some wire and my soldering gun, and let's... I was gonna check to see if it'll fit the length. Oh yeah, okay, good. And when you got small wires like this is the easiest way of stripping them. Just burn a little bit at the edge and peel. Easy peasy. Ooh, yes! So we definitely got something going on here. Looks like I need to clean the wheels a little bit. But we have function. We have a dual motor for a 630. But yeah, these brass wheels are very, very dirty. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to clean that with a little solution. All right, and after many hours of work and assembly, we're going to see if this mighty train actually goes mighty. So, power on, direction set in the wrong direction. All right, and ooh, lights up. And we're moving, and man, are we moving slow. That's nice. And I even got have directional lighting on here. So it's going to need a little break-in time. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to see if I can break it in at the club. Pull in some cars, and I will probably do a video of that. So I know one motor's a little beefier than the other. Yeah, see, it's starting to loosen up after years of operation, but I mean, there we have it. Beefier magnets, LED lights. Yeah, you can tell it's going a little bit faster. I haven't even touched the throttle yet. So she's going to need a little bit of breaking in with the new magnets. But there we are, folks. Directional LED lighting, dual motors. Now I just got to build a caboose for it, and as you've seen in the rivet videos, I'm going to try a couple more techniques on rivets. I'm also waiting on some paint to hopefully cover up these boo-boos right here. But there we have it. A mighty train, the way it's supposed to be. So until next time, I am Psycho for Tyco. Hey friends, I know you're at the end of the video and all that, but I just wanted to give a quick shout out that if you're in Carson City or any of the surrounding neighborhoods, come on down to Mills Park where the Carson City Railroad Association, My Model Railroad Club, happens to be at. We've got both HO scale and N scale. We run modular displays. We also have, during the summer months, a 2-foot tourist railroad that kind of goes around half the park. Membership fee is about $35. If you want to run some trains, come on down. Just let us know. Link in the description, and the link is right here at the bottom. And have a good one. I'm Psycho for Tyco. We'll see you next time.